This is Andreas Bani, broadcasting from Back to the Past. This episode, we are joined with the legend, Riel. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, let's go interview this master. Okay. Here is your water.
Thank you.
Here is your microphone.
Thank you, sir.
Here is my water and my microphone. Okay, first off, you can. Okay, first off, let us know all about yourself. How are you? And let's see your timeline.
Well, first of all, my full name is actually David Louis Riel. And I was born at Red River on October 22nd, 1844. I was the oldest of 11 children, 11 siblings.
Wow, 11? That's a
Yes,
lot.
11. My father was the leader of the Métis as well.
That's great.
I helped to lead the protest against Hudson's Bay Company in 1840s.
How did you do this? Like,
Well, I thought it was right, and it's something I believed in to help the Métis out.
it's wonderful.
In 1858, then I decided to study priesthood in Montreal.
Did a bishop named Tash,
Yeah,
sorry,
A
Tash.
bishop named Tash had, sent me to Montreal to study priesthood, but later on, I actually decided that priesthood wasn't for me.
So how come like you were not interested or?
Yeah, I just kind of lost interest.
Mm.
Then in 1868, I finally went back home to the Red River settlement, and I was known for my natural leadership role.
And like your skills,
Yeah.
which were?
Well, some of my leadership skills were I enjoyed talking in front of crowds, and I wasn't afraid to say what was on my mind, and I just loved taking the leadership role.
So you were confident.
I was a very confident young man. This is an amazing television system you have right here, by the way.
Yes.
I've never seen technology like this. I was also known for being the father in Manitoba.
How come like did you do like an important role?
Yes, my work in helping create it, actually.
That's wonderful.
Later on, then in Canada in 1869 from 1870 is when Manitoba, when I helped create Manitoba, and from 1869 to 1870s, me and my followers, unfortunately we executed a man named Thomas Scott because we did this because he was racist. He didn't agree with any of our opinions, and he was a simply man who couldn't control himself.
Basically, he was a wild man.
Uncontrollable. Simply uncontrollable. Let me see. What's something else I could tell you about here? So much that has went on. I fled to the U.S. after this, actually, in 1870s, and I returned back to the Red River settlement, and 2 times I was elected, actually, to be a member of parliament.
Oh wow, that's shocking.
I went to Ottawa and couldn't take my take my parliament seats because of the Ontario government offered $5,000 award for the people who what is it called? The people who executed Thomas Scott. So I was one of them.
You?
Yes. In 1875, I was pardoned for for the execution of Thomas Scott, and that I had to leave Canada for 5 years and couldn't be in Canada at all.
Well, did you like return?
Yes, actually, let me see. In 2 years, I was receiving treatment then in a mental institution.
Did it help you at all?
Yes, in Quebec actually, and finally, I was released from the hospital.
All right, that's good.
In 1878, and after that, I took a teaching mission, kind of a mission in Manitoba, So I went to Manitoba to do a teaching mission. And in 1848, I returned to Canada to take control of Métis rights again.
And did you?
Yes.
That's good.
But this time in today's Saskatchewan, as we know today's Saskatchewan. And in 1885, Sir John A. Macdonald viewed me as a villain, and with the help of his men, unfortunately, I was hung and killed.
Oh wow, that's shocking. All right. Well, I see you have been through an amazing amount of important events.
Of course, I really have been. But you know what? I declare revenge on Sir John A. Macdonald.
Okay, sir.
So I'm leaving.
Sir, it's 2015.
Oh.
And
Does this mean he's not around anymore?
he's passed away.
Good.
All right. Well, I have one more important question. What are you? A villain or a hero?
Good question. I am a true hero to my country and to the Métis people. I have reasons to say as well why I'm a hero. So, as my people say, I have reason. All I did was stand up for what I believed in. I am not a traitor, but unfortunately, this is what the Canadian government says about me. I'm not a traitor because I stood up for Métis. If fighting for your family is a crime, so be it.
Wow.
Some of the heroic things or amazing things I did was almost single-handedly organize a rebellion of an entire nation of people. I was an important part in the creation of Manitoba.
Yes.
And lived and died for my beliefs, all just for my beliefs.
Okay, well, I know before I said last question, but there's one last question, and I truly mean it. Who can you be compared to?
Well, who can I be compared to? That's a really good question. I'm not saying I'm anything like him or like I'm something like him, but I'm not saying I could compare to him a lot, but one, I could just make a small relation, Jesus Christ. Before you question this and you're already laughing at it, stop laughing at it. I have reasons for what I say about this. For example, I stood up for what I believed in and was hated by the government for it and executed as well. Just like how Christ stood up for his beliefs and was executed by the government for it through crucifixion.
Great connection. Well, that's all we have. Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Riel.
No problem.
Oh, one question. What are those?
Bruh.